A very good morning to class 7 student. Class 7 student, now we are in the third chapter, formulas and functions. Now almost we have done the chapter. Now some important points I would like to share with you. You have to memorize these some important points like naming a sheet tab. If you want to change the name of a sheet tab, because by default the name of the sheet tab is sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. By default you get 3 sheets over there. If you want to add some more sheets, you can add n number of sheets in a worksheet. And if you want to change the name of the worksheet, you can. It's very easy. What you have to do, you have to select the bottom side of the sheet, double click on the sheet, automatically the name of the sheet is selected. After selecting it, you have to write the name whatever you want. You want a class 6th or class 7th name, like this you can do the changes whatever you want. So this one is the shortcut method through which you can do the changes in the name of the sheets. But the proper manner is what? This one is the shortcut method. Now the long method is what? It's name a sheet tab. A new workbook is created in Excel and consists of 3 worksheets. All of you know that 3 worksheets are available in a workbook. By default, the name of the sheets are sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. We can add more worksheets. I already told you you can add more worksheets and even changes the name of the worksheets. How you can change the name of the worksheets? Right click on the tab of the sheet you want to rename. The pop-up menu will appear. Select the rename option. The cursor will appear in the tab. Type a name your choice and press enter from the keyboard. Automatically it get changed. Then after, the next option is changing color of a sheet tab. If you want to change the color of the sheet tab, you can also do this changes. How you can do that? The options are, the color of the sheet tab can be changed. This is helpful when workbook consists of a large number of sheets. The color help is easy identification. Why we are coloring the worksheets? Because it's very easy to identify. Also, sheets containing similar or related data can have the same color. Right click. By default the color of the sheet are white. If you want to change the color, you can right click on the tab of the sheet you want to change the color. A pop-up menu will appear. Sheet the tab color option. Select the tab color option whatever you want. Select any color from the choice of colors displayed. Right after selecting that color, you have to press an enter key. After pressing enter, automatically the color of the sheet get changed. Excel and functions. Functions in Excel, all of you know that the function is totally based on the mathematical formulas. Or the near about all the formulas are already installed in Excel. What you need to do is, a function is a predefined formulas. Predefined means already the formulas are defined in Excel that perform the calculation using specific values in a particular order. Functions are very useful and they can save time. Yes, they can save time because you do not have to write the formula yourself so many times. Maybe sometime you forget the formula at that particular time period. You can write whatever you know the formula, and after that automatically the formula comes in front of you. Excel has many functions to assist with your calculation. These are functions that work with numbers, text and also dates. Dates are also appeared in Excel. There are some functions which you need to follow whenever you want a date over there, right? So some shortcut keys, here are some shortcut keys which you have to memorize it. The shortcut keys are: know your keys, enter some formula. If you know the sum formula, what you need to do is alt plus is equal to, you have to press the equal sign and alt plus equal sign, then press enter. Then the next one is insert time. If you want to insert a time, what you need to do is control plus shift plus colon sign. Then the third one is insert today's date. If you want to enter today's date, what you need to do is control plus semicolon. After writing this one, you have to press enter key. After pressing enter, automatically what had happened, the today's date will appear on the screen automatically. Now moving forward to the next page, it's also be a very important common functions in Excel. So there are 6 common functions in Excel are like the first one is sum. If you find out the sum of the numbers, what you need to do is this calculates and display the sum of values in the given range. Whatever range you are providing at the time of writing a formula, it's going to be added through that formula. Then the average. This calculate and display the average of the value in the given range. This calculate and display the average of the value in the given range. Then max stands for maximum. This display the maximum value in the given range. And min stands for minimum. This display the minimum value in the given range. Then count. This display the count of rows columns in the given range. Whenever you are going to count the rows and columns of given range, you have to follow this formula. Today's follow for current date. This display the current date. Now using the functions, how we are going to use these functions? What we need to do is, it's compulsory for each and every function. Click on the cell where you want to place the formula. First of all, before writing a formula, what you need to do is you have to type the equal sign. Type the function in the example sum. If you want to sum of the numbers, to insert the auto sum. Then the fourth one is inside the parenthesis, means bracket. Type the cell range of the selected range using the mouse formula. Cell range selected the range using the mouse. Then the next one is the formula bar will display the formula. Then the next one is press enter from the keyboard. Then the next one, the cell will display the calculate the result. Then the next one, to view the formula applied in each cell, click on the formula tab and main tab bar also selected show formula and click. So these are the options through which we can solve the upper common functions. So now moving forward, working with a text. How we are going to work with a text? We have to work extensively with numbers and formula based on them. Excel also provide with the facility to work with text. We can use the AND symbol to join the display text from two different cells in the third cell. If you want to add two cells in a different cell, what we need to do is we have to follow the AND function. Through AND function, we can add both the cell letters. Now moving forward to the next one. These are some definition which you need to memorize it. The first one is relative reference. What is relative reference? When the formula from one cell is copied to multiple cells, the cell reference change based on the relative position of row and columns of the cell. When the formula from one cell is copied to multiple cells, The cell references change based on the relative position of row and columns of the cell. Then the next one is absolute reference. The cell address remain constant when the formula are copied to another cell. Absolute reference means the cell address remain constant when the formula are copied to another cell. And what is mixed reference? This occurs when we both relative and absolute reference to refer to a cell is called mixed reference. Means in mixed reference, this occurs when we use both relative and absolute. When we are using both the relative reference and absolute reference, then we are going to mix reference, make a mixed reference to refer to a cell. Functions. What a function? A function is a predefined formula. A function is a predefined formula that performs calculation using specific values in a particular order. So these are some important points which you need to memorize it, because these are four definitions which are very important in this chapter. Functions. A functions is a predefined formula that perform calculation using specific values particular order. So students, we already completed the chapter. Now for moving forward to the exercise. This one is the exercise. Some of you have not done the fill in the blanks. So students, all of you have to write down fill in the blanks in your notebook, as well as true false and the MCQs. And I am also sending you the MCQs, fill ups and true false in your class group also, which you need to note it down in your classwork copies. And then after send it to me through WhatsApp. Fill in the blanks. The formula is displayed in the dash bar. Obviously, formula is going to display in a formula bar. The B. Each cell in Excel is referred by its cell address. Every cell address is a unique. Then the third one. An absolute reference is specified by the addition of a dollar sign. We can view the formula by selecting F2 on the formula tab. On the formula tab, whenever we are going to press F2 button, automatically we get the formula. Then the next one, MIN, minimize function, display the minimum value of the given range. Then the last one, we can use the AND symbol to join the display text. Then moving forward to the true false. State or write down in the same manner. Question number 1, objective type questions are there, and the question number 2, state whether true or false. So the true or false are like this. The name of the worksheet in the workbook is permanent. False, it's not permanent. If you want to change, we can. Then the B1. $C4 is an example of mixed reference. True. If you want to a mixed reference, we have to put the dollar sign. Then the C1. We can write formula in Excel without equal sign. False. Without equal sign, we can't be able to write any formula in the Excel. The cell address consists of row letters and column numbers. The cell address consists of row letters and column numbers. True. And the next one, the default all cell references are relative references. False. We cannot have a cell range in the formula. False, because in the formula we are writing the cell range. You have to do these fill in the blanks and true false in your classwork copies. And after writing these all the things, you have to send it to me in my personal WhatsApp number. Now I'm going to start the MCQs also. So MCQs you also have to note it down in your classwork copies. Students, if you do not get screenshot of this one. You have to take the same answers from the video itself also. Now moving forward to the MCQs. MCQs means multiple choice questions. So multiple choice questions identified mixed reference among the following means इनमें से कौन सा mixed referencing है. So mixed reference we already learned about that. In a mixed reference we have to put the dollar sign. So किसमें डॉलर का साइन है? The first one is covered by the dollar sign. Dollar sign means it's fixed mixed reference. So the first one $8 $3, this one is the mixed reference. Then the second one, this function display the current date. Which function is displaying the current date? Today, bracket start bracket close. This function showing the current date. And the third one, which of the following can be used in formula of Excel? Which of the following can be used in formula of Excel? In formulas of Excel, we can use equal sign, and sign, and dollar sign. Which of the following is valid formula? Which one of the following is a valid formula? The first one, A3 plus B7, because both of them are the cell addresses. That's why this one is the valid formula. Then the next one, the functions provided by Excel 2010 are, the functions provided by Excel 2000s are maximum, average, minimum, all of the above. All of the above, because all the functions are provided in Excel 2010. Then the next one, in the new workbook, by default the number of worksheets is, by default all of you know that the worksheets are near about 3 worksheets, sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. And if you want to do if you want to change the name of the worksheets, you can, but one more information is there, and if you want to add some more worksheets, you can change the name of the worksheets, as well as you can add a number of worksheets in a workbook. So we already done this one. We already done the fill in the blanks. We have done the true false. We have done the MCQs. So all of you have to note it down, these all things in your classwork notebook, and then after send it to me in my personal WhatsApp number. One more important information is there. We have to read this chart also. This one is a pictorial graph of Microsoft Excel 2010. Microsoft Excel 2010 divided into 3 parts. There are 3 parts in Microsoft Excel. First is formula, because it's based on formula. Excel is based on the formula. Worksheets, because Excel all the sheets are called the worksheets, because one sheet contains 3 worksheets. That's why it's called worksheet. Function, there are so many functions already available in a Excel sheet. You have to follow only the rules. So that's why Microsoft Excel divided into a 3 parts: formulas, worksheet, functions. And again, we divided formula also into a 3 parts. Formula divided into a 3 parts: cell references, relative reference, and mixed reference, and absolute reference. So all of you know that the absolute reference, whenever we are going to put a dollar sign, and mixed reference and relative reference. We already talked about the mixed reference and the relative reference. What are relative reference? When the formula from one cell, जब हम एक फॉर्मूला को एक सेल से कॉपी करके दूसरे सेल में पेस्ट करते हैं, द सेल रेफरेंस चेंज, ऑटोमेटिकली सेल का जो एड्रेस होता है वो चेंज हो जाता है, बेस्ड ऑन द रिलेटिव पोजीशन, उसकी पोजीशन को देखते हुए, ऑफ रो एंड कॉलम्स ऑफ द सेल इज कॉल्ड रिलेटिव रेफरेंस। ये रिलेटिव रेफरेंस कहलाता है। ठीक है। एंड एब्सोल्यूट रेफरेंस, एब्सोल्यूट रेफरेंस द सेल एड्रेस रिमेन कांस्टेंट, जब सेल एड्रेस कांस्टेंट रहता है, व्हेन द फार्मूला आर कॉपीड टू अनदर सेल, फार्मूला को एक सेल से दूसरे सेल में कॉपी करके ले जाएं तो भी उसका जो एड्रेस होता है वो सेम होता है, इज कॉल्ड एब्सोल्यूट रेफरेंस। एंड व्हाट इज मिक्स्ड रेफरेंस, दिस अकर व्हेन द बोथ रिलेटिव एंड एब्सोल्यूट रेफरेंस टू रेफर टू अ सेल, जब एक सेल में हम रिलेटिव रेफरेंस और एब्सोल्यूट रेफरेंस को दोनों को मिक्स कर देते हैं, सो दैट वन इज कॉल्ड द मिक्स्ड रेफरेंस, मिक्स्ड रेफरेंस। And what does it means? So what is the meaning of function? A function is a predefined formula. A function is a predefined formula that perform calculation using specific values in a particular order. So I already defined the formula. Worksheets, all of you know that worksheet having two options, rename and tab color. If you want to color the worksheets, you can, and if you want to rename the sheets, you can. And function don't have any other part. Functions, you have to follow the functions in a worksheet, right? So that's all about today's class. So all of you, what you need to do is you have to note it down, all the fill in the blanks, true, false, and the MCQs in your classwork copies, and then after send it to me in my class group. Send it to me in my personal WhatsApp number, so that I just checked out whether you are doing your work in a proper manner or not, because some of the students are asking me the question and answer fill-ups and MCQs of the first and second chapter. Still students have not done their work complete of first chapter. I can't believe on that, because they are not, still they haven't done the first chapter, first or second chapter. It's very ridiculous, because all of you are not doing your work in a proper manner. So students, I'm from the next time I'm not going to provide you the details regarding your previous chapters, because it's very hard for me to contain the details, because all of you also having a mobile phones with you, you also contain all the things in your mobile phone. Yes, so from the next time I'm not going to provide you the details regarding the previous chapters. If you need that, you have to coordinate with your classmates. Coordinate with your classmates, with your friends, talk with them and get your work from that side. Because it's very, it's very shameful that you are not doing your work in a proper manner. If you are going to do your work in a day by day, you do not get in a problem. So students, do your work on time. And if you're getting any problem regarding my videos, and if you're not be able to understand what I'm going to explain you are free to call me anytime. But don't ask me for the previous work. Yes, but if you're not getting any not be able to resolve any whatever the videos are going to send you, if you're having any problem related to the videos, you are free to call me anytime. So student, please get in touch with me so that I resolve your all the problems. So students, you need to note it down, all the fill in the blanks and true false and MCQs, right? So after that, we'll go for the matchups and the question and answers. So if you have, all of you students, if you have a book with you, you can find out the matchups as well as the question and answers. Find it out yourself also, because whenever you are going to do an exercise yourself, then it's very good for you also, because you are not going to find it out the answers. Always you want the question and answers from the teacher side. Teachers are going to help you out, but before that you also have to practice on that, right? You also have may be able to find out the answers. So that's all about today's class. So students, thank you. Have a nice day. Take care of yourself.